Today we are discovering what secrets Survivor Ghost Island did not tell us in the edited TV show. Some of these are game related, some are strategic, and some are just plain silly. Basically, as long as it isn't part of the show that aired on TV, it's fair game to be considered a secret. And while most of the secrets here are focused on Survivor Ghost Island, some of them do apply to Survivor as a whole. Heads up, this list contains the secrets that I personally found to be the most interesting. Not every single secret in existence about the season is in this video. So with that, let's count all 29 of them in absolutely no particular order.
39 days, 20 people, 1 survivor.
Number 1. When Wendell voted out Chris, he told him to stop being a rapper. He isn't good. Did Chris heed his advice? No, not at all, especially when he got to Ponderosa.
Feeling like a boss as a mile high. The buzz so real, it's like we bottled pop. Choppers on deck, their hearts flush when they drop it. Straight calling dudes blunt when they body flopping. Check your back from that blind side. They say the needy strong, but they change with the high tide. The dark side. The low V with the black dye. The domino effect cost me $1 million in a swell eye. Living a dream on Ponderosa. Swung for the fences, I call it Sammy Sosa. We juice all day and toss the corks in the roasters. Probes on deck, feel the burn when he hosts ya. Living a dream on Ponderosa. Swung for the fences, I call it Sammy Sosa. We juice all day and toss the corks in the roasters. Probes on deck, feel the burn when he hosts ya. Vanaka. Great take, guys. Nailed it.
What's weird is how that awful rap was cut from the DVD, and they cut it from Paramount Plus as well. Interesting. They must truly be embarrassed by it. But for all the joking Wendell did about Chris's rapping skills, when he gets to Ponderosa in Winners at War,
living my dream on Ponderosa, swung for the fences, I call it Sammy Sosa.
Number 2. Did you know Eric once gave his immunity necklace to Natalie? Sure, it happened 20 seasons prior to this one, but the show does not want you to forget about it, even dragging him on stage during the reunion to embarrass him once again. Even the pre-game press won't let up on Eric.
Survivor February. Welcome to Ghost Island, the graveyard for bad Survivor decisions. The worst nightmares of past survivors.
You officially go down as the dumbest survivor.
It's because of guys like Eric and James that we had these early dumb moves.
The big theme this season is that one bad decision in Survivor can haunt you forever.
You officially go down as the dumbest survivor ever in the history of Survivor ever.
I want to give individual immunity to Natalie.
13th person voted out and the 6th member of our jury, Eric. And bring me a torch.
The time this person gave up their necklace.
I want to give individual immunity to Natalie. Oh, I should have known better. If you don't laugh, you're going to cry. That's part of it, too.
So you're laughing with it now.
Yeah.
Number 3. Ghost Island doesn't seem like that long ago, and yet it really is. As of the time of this video, Survivor has been in the same location in Fiji for at least 13 seasons, and Ghost Island was only their 4th in a row at the time. Wow. Anyways, Jeff completely misreads the fans caring about the location of the show.
I think it's more about the game, and I also think it depends how you ask the question. If you ask the question, does it matter? Would you like to see Survivor go to different places? Of course.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to go to all new places every time, but you also have to remember we've been doing this. This is our 36th time.
Yeah.
The Earth is, there is a limit.
There's only so many places to go.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so more to your point also, going to a new location, it wouldn't suffice.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing to put in the name, but Survivor is now a game, a complicated social game of politics and maneuvering. And that's what I think is driving us.
Absolutely.
By the way, thank you for watching Once Upon an Island. Liking and subscribing really helps, and if you want to pick what videos I make and watch every video weeks and even months early, then consider supporting the channel on Patreon. If that interests you, then check out the link in the description. Thank you for your support. Number 4. Continuing off of the last secret about the Survivor locations, you may recall in my Marquesas Secrets video how the show was going to go to the country of Jordan until 9/11 happened and they had to pivot at the last second to go somewhere else. Anyways, the Amazing Race just recently visited there and it's now an option again. Here's Jeff talking about it during Ghost Island's pregame press.
A long time ago, we almost shot in Jordan.
Oh.
In 2001. And We've tried to go to the Dominican Republic, and it just isn't big enough.
Jordan.
Jordan.
That would be wild.
Yeah, that will never happen now.
Not now.
No.
That's sad.
Number 5, I love the theme of Ghost Island, and as you may recall from my Worlds Apart Secrets video, it was originally designed to be so much more. But the horror theme of Past Advantages is really cool, and it's something I think would have been better suited for a returnee season. Anyways, the advertising team had fun with this when promoting the show.
Survivor February.
Something haunting may be coming. It scares me tremendously.
It's cursed. It's terrifying. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced in Survivor history.
My mind is like,
Welcome to Ghost Island.
It's the past mistakes of other survivors.
Are those bad decisions gonna haunt me as well?
I am not scared of ghosts. I'm scared of Ghost Island.
Survivor Ghost Island.
Number 6. I don't know why they would spend so much money doing this, as the benefit has to be minimal, but for some reason Survivor not only did their usual shtick of having the press run the first challenge for practice, but they also filmed and edited it like a full-blown challenge.
Survivor's ready. Go! It is Aaron and Andrea in the water for purple. Cam now going down first. That is a deep dive, and he's having no trouble at all. Huge move by Cameron for ET USA. Boom, just like that. Andrea from Survivor, who's been training Aaron. Look at that, one shot and it's in. Aaron feeling the pressure for Canada. She's representing an entire country, and she scored. Andrea scores 2 for 2. Get in there. Yes! Andrea scores again. It is now 7-6. Cam wins it for Entertainment Tonight USA.
Number 7. The Tribal Council tour this season is lacking, as we are told almost nothing about how it was created. So like, what was the point? Which sucks, but what doesn't suck is Jeff snuffing the press's torch.
Aaron, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
oh, I don't want to.
It's still alive. Ghost Island lives. That is the weirdest thing. It won't go out.
Number 8. Laurel was a complete casting dud. I know, not really a secret, but the way Jeff hypes her up before the season begins, I wish I had seen that version of Laurel.
Laurel is somebody we've wanted on the show for a while. She's so threatening in so many ways, and she's gonna have to downplay that early. If somebody says, are you smart? Not really. If somebody says, are you athletic? Kind of. Because the truth is, she's a threat on every level, and that could work against her.
Number 9. So I bet you didn't know, Michael is 18. Oh, big shocker. We really didn't know this, especially since the show never brought it up at all ever. In fact, it's probably a bigger secret than secret number 18 in this video, but we'll get there. But why am I bringing this up? Because Libby has the hots for him, and she has no idea he isn't the same age as her.
Finally, like, we can actually, like, be friends, and maybe something more, and hopefully.
Am I looking any younger as it comes off?
And just shave it off like 5 years.
Yeah? It's funny you say that.
Why?
Actually, turns out I'm 5 years younger than you think I am. I'm 18 years old.
Oh my gosh.
It was hard for me to believe it, only because I was like, it wasn't because I was like, I didn't want to believe it. It was just like, no, I'm waiting for him to be like, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, I'm not lying to you.
No way.
I'm one of 2 18-year-olds to play the game.
Number 10. Have you ever wanted to see a knockoff perfume ad starring Jenna and Michael from the season? Did you want it to have many gratuitous shots of her butt? Number 11. So for the loved ones reward this season, we saw a meaningless 2 minutes of strategy talk, and that's it. So maybe nothing happened, right? Wrong, as it turns out. In this secret scene, Jonathan has a huge character moment that I cannot believe was cut and replaced with meaningless strategy talk.
Growing up, I never had my dad in my life, and my Aunt Patty, my dad's sister, she waited until I was 18 to contact me and tell me about my dad's side. I got a message on Facebook, and she said, you know, hey,
I'm your aunt, and you've got family. Do you want to know us? And he
I was like, hell yeah.
Yes!
Getting her message that day was the shock of a lifetime, because I found out that I got a brother and 2 sisters that I've never met before, and it was like one of the biggest things that's ever happened to me, and to have her come out here and tell me how they are is a great thing.
Number 12. The challenge had a reality star showdown this past year, and Dominic was in it. I won't ruin how far he gets or even if he wins, but I will say, if you like him, then this season is worth watching. Number 13. One behind the scenes video I found for this season is this brief interview with co-executive producer Matt Van Wagen, where he gives the info for how they do confessionals and what they look for when casting the players.
Well, initially in the casting, these people are our storytellers, so that's a big part of the process. Can someone tell a story? And so when we're out there, it's very common for every day, every other day, for them to sit and talk with a producer for as many as 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and just have a conversation about where they are in the game. And they're explaining everything from strategies to how they're feeling. And for us, it's really about them not just explaining what's happening about the game, but to really talk about their experience and the changes that they're going through and the difficulties about how much food they're not eating.
Of course.
Number 14. Desiree may have voted for Dominic to win the $1 million, but he must have changed her mind over time, as in the beginning of the game, he was annoying her a lot.
Oh, friendships are being made. How nice. How convenient.
But Dominic just doesn't blend with the tribe.
I do everything around here. People gonna die without me.
It's just off. He's just really negative.
All right, I'm continuing to put this here. No one's listening to me where I'm putting the knife. I know. Look, the machete's staying here, right here. So you're done with it, put it right here.
And I'm like, Dominic, please, let's just be positive. Let's get things done.
Number 15. In the secret scene from around the time of episode 5, we can see that Jenna is very much into Sebastian.
I think Sebastian likes me, and I'm very single, and I'm a sucker for man buns, so he's obviously something good to look at. If I was playing Survivor Tinder, there's a picture of the 6-pack and the long hair, and yeah, I'd swipe right just to see what's going on.
Normal day for Seb, right? Wait for someone to text me. Beach, question mark? Stony bologna, eat a bagel, and it's 11. And that's right when the sun's coming out.
Okay.
Usually the rest of the crew form a towel colony on the beach like this. Play a little beach volleyball, surf a little. This is literally every day, I'm not even kidding. Jenna's a cutie, but she needs a little bit of a wall to lean on, and I think she's kind of choosing me. And that's totally fine. Sebastian to the rescue.
But what about after the show? Well, as it turns out, with the most up-to-date information I have, they seem to still be dating because we haven't seen anything about a breakup, but also they've been radio silent since at least 2020, so who knows. Number 16. During the season, Chris Noble is someone I was excited got voted out, but in retrospect, I wish he had lasted longer, considering he was one of the few entertaining people on this season, and in this secret scene, he has an interesting way of looking at the way players can be split up in the game by class.
People like us, by the time this time starts getting close, we're always picked on.
Oh yeah, we're
if
huge
not,
targets.
You have your upper class, you're people that really stick out. You have your huge middle class, and then you have your lower class, which are the goats. The upper are constantly having to battle to even make it halfway.
I think the class structure is often thought of how the game works, but then when you actually watch the game, you see that it's not really the big guys that are winning the challenges, but for some reason, the big guys are always seen as the threats.
Number 17. Bradley is not someone I remembered playing on this season before working on this video, but he did play, and apparently he had super low goals for his time on Survivor based on what he says after being voted out, and no, I don't buy it.
And I do feel lucky that, I did get to play half the game. I made it 19 days, which is fantastic. I lost 10% of my body weight, so I feel like I got the full experience.
Number 18. It is time, possibly the biggest secret in this video, when Morgan reveals to us
with Sierra, who obviously voted out her mom,
Who will ever forget that move ever? But that would have been me. Sorry, Mom.
Sierra did what? Number 19. Since Ghost Island, Jacob has kind of fallen off of the Survivor fandom map and people really enjoyed making fun of him after he played. I always wondered why that was. Well, here's his pregame interview.
I can't just be the blogger who gets voted out first. Like, what kind of credibility would I have? It would genuinely hurt to go home early, you know, because I've talked a big game. I've been saying for a long time that I could do this. I've been telling my family and my friends over and over again, all of them dismissing me with the wave. Yeah, fine, sure. No, I want to do this. I want to show that I'm not just online talking about it. That you know, I can put money where my mouth is, and I can go out there and I can win the game, despite literally everything about me saying otherwise.
Number 20. We all don't remember Chelsea. Why is that? Because she was purpled hard. If you don't know what I mean, watch my purple edit video. It isn't even like she was doing a bad job with her confessionals either. Just take a look at this secret scene.
You guys don't understand my love for steak. You don't even understand. Oh. Steak is my favorite thing in the world. So winning that reward was huge. That is a steak.
Number 21. The tie vote this season was legendary and a great way to end an otherwise mediocre and completely forgettable season. So, what does Jeff Probst think about it?
The tie vote is up there. I'd have to really think about the ones that are above it, but it's top 3 because we've never been able to do that. I've never been able to walk out and say, I'm going to read the votes. And what I will never forget, at the end of the second of our 2 seasons, which Ghost Island was the second one we had shot, that's 78 days over 95 that we're shooting. I'm exhausted. I'm excited that the season's over because my brain is out of power. And I walk back and Matt is looking at me going, what? All I see is a mouth opening. And then he holds up a little tiny piece of paper with chicken scratches and it's 5 and 5. And he went, tie. And all of a sudden I go, oh my God. And I had this renewed energy. So that to me is a salient memory because I was so tired and then woke right back up.
Number 22. Sebastian and Jenna have their own YouTube channel, and during 2020, they went back to Fiji to revisit the locations Survivor films at, and in this one, they go to where the Tribal Council set is built, but now it's all torn down and during the daytime.
We found it! We made it. Ty's slapping the squeaks. Ty's still getting the mosquitoes.
Number 23. Who knew that HGTV loved to pick past Survivor winners and let them host their own shows? Kim Spradlin has her own show, and Wendell also is 2 seasons deep into his show, Hot Mess House. Who will be the next one to get their own show? Number 24. A wild Chelsea confessional appears in the secret scene for episode 10. What should we do, editors? Joking aside, how did she only get 4 total confessionals in this season? There are 2 in the secret scenes right here, which would what's that, 50% more confessionals if we included these? It's just embarrassing.
Unfortunately, tonight was the first tribal where I felt like my name had been tossed out there kind of in the crosshairs. And I was like, did I miss something super important? All you can think about is, where does that leave me? Does this mean I'm next?
Number 25, back to Sebastian's Fiji video where he has now stumbled upon a commonly used location for challenges. And I gotta say, knowing that if I went to Fiji myself, I can just walk up to these locations if it's the off season, that's a pretty cool thought. Number 26, way back in the day, Dominic was on a Nickelodeon game show called Make the Grade. And this is so weird to see, and yet it's cool.
We have 6th graders with us today, and at the red desk it's Dominic. Hi, Dominic.
Hello.
Dominic, I understand you're a collector of sorts. What do you collect?
Baseball cards, mostly.
Mostly? What other stuff do you collect? Baseball cards generally, though, right?
Yeah, I have.
Big collection?
I have 3 sets.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Are they 3 sets from long ago, or they're pretty current, or how do you have them arranged?
87 and 88.
87, 88. So if you hold on to those for a while, they can become quite valuable. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Well, good for you. I hope that continues to be an interest for you. Good luck to you today.
Number 27. This next secret doesn't have an explanation for why Donathan did this, but apparently he never told production he was deaf in his right ear, and he only revealed this on Twitter after Ricard talked about how he was deaf on the show. I can only assume that Donathan didn't reveal it because he thought that they might not let him play, but I really don't know. Number 28, you may have noticed that in Sebastian's video is also Troyzan, Michelle Fitzgerald, and Ty, who this time stumble into the location of the gross food eating challenge that they did this season. Please bring back this challenge, Survivor. Number 29, this last secret is that watching and listening to all these Castaways pregame makes it so obvious how boring and samey they are. I know it's a little mini rant, but it feels like they cast one person but 20 different variants of that same person instead of 20 unique individual people. This season's behind the scenes was a slog to get through, and it's not like there was less things to watch and listen to. No, it's the same amount as pretty much any other season, but the fact that I only got 28 legit secrets should tell you pretty much everything about how boring this cast is. So which secret surprised you the most? Comment below and let me know. Thank you for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. See you all next time.